Here is chapter 16, looking at a monopolistically competitive firm and how that firm operates in, or how is it affected by the market. So here we have different graphs. So we have a monopolistically competitive firm faces a downward sloping demand curve because their product is unique to them, but has many similar products, but not identical products. They also have a downward sloping marginal revenue curve. They have their marginal cost curve. In this case, think of that as the supply curve. And we also have our average total cost curve. Now, in any market, the profit maximizing rule is marginal revenue equals marginal cost. And that's exactly the case here. So we find where marginal revenue right here equals marginal cost. And then we just identify the optimal quantity. There's the quantity of the monopolistic competitive firm. All right, and so from that, then we take that quantity and put that up into our demand equation. And there is the price of the monopolistically competitive firm. And what you'll notice is this is the exact same setting as the monopolist. And so now we've identified the quantity and the price. Let's identify the profits. So to identify the profits, we find profits equals total revenue minus total cost. Another way to write that is price minus average total cost times Q. So here is where the quantity of average total cost is. So I draw that across here. And I draw this right here. Oh, I bumped that up. About ready to have an earthquake here. Do you feel it shaking? Okay, here we go. And then there, and this rectangle here represents our profits. So in the short run, in this case, profits are positive. We have positive economic profits. Okay, and so now we've done this for the short run. And now I want to talk about what happens in the long run. So one of the characteristics of a monopolistically competitive firm is that there's free entry. But firms that enter will not sell the exact same product that this firm is selling. They'll sell a similar product. As a result, it takes us back to chapter 4. What happens when we have more substitutes? What causes the demand curve to shift down? So just by increasing the number of substitutes, if new firms enter into the market that provide a viable substitute, then what we're going to see is that the demand curve is going to shift. So this represents the entrance of a market. That'll also cause the marginal revenue curve to shift. And so now we're going to get a new point here. I'll take that up to our original. And now, I guess we were out, so our marginal cost curve comes here. What you'll notice is that the profits are slightly smaller. All right, but because they're still profits, that's going to cause our curves to shift. And in fact, our demand curve is going to continue to shift. So there's another shift. And they'll keep shifting until, let's see if I can draw this out nice. We reach this point right here. Now it's kind of hard to see because there's so many different lines on this graph. I apologize. But this point now, if we draw that down, this is where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. And it need not be, but in this case it is. This is where it originally was. So that's quantity of the monopolistic competition in the long run. And here, at this price right here, what you'll notice is that price equals average total cost. In that case, profits equal 0. However, also in that case, price is above marginal cost. So here's our price, and here's our marginal cost. And this difference here is what we call the markup. It actually charges a price above marginal cost, or what it costs to produce it. Additionally, what you're going to notice is here's where supply equals demand in the market. So here's the quantity of the competitive market. Is first we have a markup, and second we have quantity less than what we had as Q star. So the quantity they produce is going to be less than what's actually being produced, but our profits are still zero. And that's what happens in the long run of the competitive market.